Hello, my fellow and future project managers, coordinators, development team members, product owners, and of course, Scrum Masters. In today's video, we're going to discuss what is a Scrum Master. What if I told you that there is a job that allows you to realize your full potential and the full development of your abilities, as well as offer you a great appreciation for life? This is what a Scrum Master does daily for her team and organization. In this PM Century video, we'll break down the Scrum Master's role across several Agile frameworks. We'll start with a quote that truly embodies the role of a Scrum Master on a project team. This quote comes to us from Dr. Maya Angelou. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. In this video, we will define the Scrum Master's role, i.e., liking yourself and what you do daily, while serving three groups for a project: the organization, the development team, the product owner. We will also review examples of the Scrum Master's role and responsibilities for delivering value on a project, and I will also provide you a bonus topic. However, before we get started, we first need to level set our understanding of the Agile software development methodology. To quickly get up to speed on Agile, let's start with the Agile Manifesto. The Agile Manifesto is a brief document built on 4 values and 12 principles for Agile software development. The Agile Manifesto was published in February of 2001 and is the work of 17 different software development practitioners who observe the increasing need for an alternative to documentation-driven and heavyweight software development processes. Now, for a more detailed history on this group and the work that they did in developing the Agile Manifesto, I will place a link in the description that is a deeper dive into Agile's origin as described by James Newkirk. For now, we're going to start with a review of the signed Agile Manifesto. The Agile Manifesto is only 68 words, but has had a profound impact on our economy and on how successful software and products are built today. The Agile Manifesto has 4 overarching values, differentiating it from traditional software development processes. The first value, individuals and interactions over processes and tools. You can see clearly that the group wanted to emphasize that truly did make a difference on projects over those things that truly did not add value. For example, number 2, working software over comprehensive documentation. If the software doesn't work, it's not that valuable. Number 3, customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Here, the focus for the project team should be on delivering what the customer has intended this project to deliver. And then number 4, bonding to change over following a plan. This is the focus of the team. We're going to meet our customer values where they are. We're not going to follow a plan that was created 6 months ago. We're going to actually be adaptable to the changes that are needed by our customer, by the project team, development team, as the project is moving forward. Now, in addition to these 4 values, the Agile Manifesto also outlines 12 principles for Agile development practices. Let's take a look at 3 of those principles. Number 5, build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need and trust them to get the job done. Principle number 7, working software is the primary measure of progress. Principle number 10, simplicity. The art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential. Now, these values and principles fall under one person's responsibility, and that is the Scrum Master. That is the main takeaway from this review of the Agile Manifesto. In a future video, we'll review all 12 principles and go into more detail about how they should impact how a Scrum or a SAFe or an Agile project is managed moving forward. Now that we have a good understanding of what the Agile values and principles are, and as I mentioned, there's one person responsible for managing those on the project, that's our Scrum Master. What we're going to do next is we're going to look at 2 very popular Agile frameworks, SAFe and Scrum or Scrum Alliance. We're going to review each one as they define what a Scrum Master is. SAFE describes the Scrum Master as a servant leader who enables the teams to self-organize, self-manage, and deliver via effective lean agile practices. The Scrum Master supports both Scrum XP, Kanban, and other ways of working the team has adopted. The Scrum Master also helps the teams coordinate with other teams that are on the Agile release train. Second framework we're going to take a look at is the Scrum Alliance. Now, according to the Scrum Guide, the Scrum framework is purposefully incomplete. It only defines the parts required to implement Scrum theory or the Agile values and principles. This is where the Scrum Master comes to save the day. The Scrum Master is responsible for promoting and supporting Scrum as it's defined in the Scrum Guide. The Scrum Master communicates with those inside and outside the organization, so the product owner, the development team, as well as the organization. Their goal is not just to have a monologue with those three very important entities, but their role is to have a dialogue to make sure that they understand Scrum or Agile is supposed to be implemented on this particular project. The Scrum Master also operates as a servant leader. This person takes on that type of management style. They are there not to dictate or provide command and control of their team. They're there to support their team and again to ensure they're following the Scrum Guide or the Agile values and principles. Now that we have an overview of two different frameworks, SAFE and Scrum Alliance version of Agile, I'm actually going to use the Scrum Alliance version of Agile as it relates to the Scrum Master's role as we move forward. So let's first talk about the organization. What does the Scrum Master do for the organization? The Scrum Master is responsible for leading, training, and also coaching to ensure that Scrum is adopted amongst the team. You can replace the word Scrum with Agile, adopted amongst the team members. Scrum Master is also responsible for helping employees and ensuring that stakeholders understand how the product or project is progressing, ensuring that they understand that the team will be focused on the Agile values and principles to deliver a superior product. It's also the role of the Scrum Master as it relates to the organization to ensure that they remove any barriers between the stakeholders or the Scrum team. The Scrum Master also serves the development team. The Scrum Master serves this team by offering coaching to the team members to ensure that they become self-organized. Now, the word self-organizing can be a bit confusing, but here, the Scrum Master is responsible for empowering the team members to make their own decision, not to rely on the Scrum Master, the organization, or the product owner when making decisions. Development team focuses in on the Agile values and principles when making the decision that ensure that the product that's developed is developed using the Agile methodology. The next thing that the Scrum Master does for the development team is remove any impediments to their success. Every day, the development team, along with the Scrum Master, meet to review what they've done yesterday, what they're doing today, and what they plan on doing in the future. Also, during that meeting, identify any impediment. It's the responsibility of the Scrum Master to document those impediments. He or she can work to resolve those on behalf of the team. This is where the servant leader role plays a very important part. The next person that the Scrum Master serves is the product owner. Now, to understand this type of service, you got to understand what a product owner does. Product owner on an Agile project is responsible for documenting those features and functionalities that they'd like to see the development team work on. Now, they can't work on all of the items all at the same time, so they keep those items in what's called a product backlog. The product backlog is how the Scrum Master works with product owner to ensure those items in the product backlog are clear and concise. The product owner also is charged with working with the stakeholders within their organization. The Scrum Master serves in that capacity as well, facilitating stakeholder collaboration, making sure that the product owner does have some understanding of how the Agile methodology works, the focus on values as well as the principles. So when explaining the status of functionalities and features to the stakeholders, it can be clearly articulated, or better yet, shown in a Kanban document or an information radiator coordinator posted and available to all that come into the space in which the development team is working. The Scrum Master works with the product owner to find techniques so that the product owner can really take a good understanding of which functionalities and features they would like to see completed first. By working with the product owner, the Scrum Master finds product goals and an approved management style to get those goals put into a production environment. As promised, since you stayed to the end of the video and now know what a Scrum Master does on a project serving the organization, development team, and product owner, what does a successful person in this position get paid? Well, according to Glassdoor, the average base salary for this position in the United States is currently about $100,000 per year. Fantastic. If you desire to become a Scrum Master, please click the link in the description for an upcoming PM Century Certified Scrum Master class, or share the video with a friend or professional coworker trying to find success in a more likable position. Thanks for watching.